Hey, welcome back everyone. This is Ian bringing you the fourth video in this AI series with the new Boston. In today's video, we're going to work with the GPT 3.5 Turbo model using OpenAI's Chat Completion API, and we're going to tell the model to act like it is a helpful code review assistant. And we're going to pass it the contents of a code file, in this case a Python file, and we're going to have it review that for us and give back some feedback, some suggestions for improvement. So if you're working from the repository with all the source code found in the description of this video, then you'll want to go into the OpenAI examples 04 code review folder and look at that main.py file. You'll also find the code.py file adjacent to it, and it's going to have the function that we're actually going to pass through to the OpenAI API and ask it to give us the code review on. Really simple function here. It's called getQuotient. It takes two arguments, A and B, and then it does a division on those and returns the result. So let's go ahead and close that file, and let's zoom in a little bit and work through this code. So the first new code that we're going to recognize here is lines 6 and 7. Essentially, it says with open and then a string argument of ./code.py, and then a second string argument of the letter R, and then as file, and then inside this code block, code_content variable is equal to file.read. That's a method being executed. So the with is just saying, hey, after this open as file is done running, go ahead and make sure that this closes out. And that way everything finishes properly with this operation and we don't have any issues there. If you want to read more about it, check it out in the reading and writing to files section of the Python documentation. Now the open method here takes two arguments. The first one, well, it takes more than two, I should say, but in this case, we're using two arguments. The first one is the code.py file, which is located in the current directory alongside this main.py. And so we use ./code.py just to tell Open where to find that file. And then the second argument is the mode. In this case, the R stands for read. So it's going to be in read mode. And then after that, it says as file. That's going to give us access to the file via this object called file, or this variable called file. Inside of this code block, we're saying code_content is equal to file.read. So calling the .read method on the file object is actually going to give us the contents of the file that was being read. And so we're going to take that content of the file, it's now a string, we're going to assign it to the code_content variable. Now we can use that in the rest of our code whenever we're communicating with the API. So let's take a look at that. So here we are getting the response from calling OpenAI's Chat Completion API. We're using that .create method so that it knows to send a request to the endpoint that creates a new chat completion object and sends it back to us as the response. We're telling it the model we want to use is GPT 3.5 Turbo. And then our messages list here is where things are going to change from some of the previous videos. Very similar here. We have a system role object as the first object, and then we have a user role object as the second object. However, with our system role inside of its content string, we are setting it to you are a code review assistant, provide detailed suggestions to improve the given Python code. So we're no longer a helpful grandma or a helpful assistant. We are a specific code review assistant who's going to provide detailed suggestions to improve the code that we're going to provide. And so in the next object with the user role, the content will actually point directly to that variable code_content that we created on the previous lines when we read that code.py file. So content is going to point to a string version of that getQuotient function from the code.py file. And then the system is going to act as a review assistant, and the assistant response that comes back to us will be text telling us what we can do to improve upon the code from that file. The temperature and the max tokens are going to be the same as they were in the previous videos. And I should note that even though the temperature is low, that doesn't mean that the response will be the same every time. This is a pretty open-ended question, getting feedback or detailed suggestions to improve the given Python code. So it could vary from response to response. You might want to get a couple responses just to see what those variations might be. So then down here at the bottom, we're just printing the response. That's going to be the entire response object. It's going to have things like the response ID. It's going to have the timestamp for when it was created, the type of object it is, in this case, chat completion. And then it's going to have your choices list. And inside of choices, it's going to have that first message, which is going to have the content from the assistant role. That's what we want to look at. So down here at the bottom, we go ahead and print the response.choices bracket 0.message.content to get access to that string in our console output. So let's go ahead and run this code and see what type of response we get back from the API. So from inside of the 04 code review folder with our virtual environment activated, we're going to run python main.py. Okay, so we got our response. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out here a little bit so we can see it more easily. Now at the bottom, of course, we have the actual text content from the assistant roles message. As we scroll up, we're going to see the entire chat completion object, and that's going to have all the typical things, including the finish reason, stop, that's good. That means we gave it enough tokens in our max tokens argument, and then the usage telling us how many tokens it ended up using. In this case, 423, so quite a few, but it still hasn't used our max tokens, which is good. So here we have the actual text content of the assistant roles message object. So we're going to copy it, and just to make it a little bit easier to read, I'm going to open up a new file. And then because this is outputted as Markdown, we're going to open it in a preview mode in VS Code here. And you can see that we get a nice output as Markdown. So this is the response. It's pretty big, and it's got code examples inside of it that are formatted with syntax highlighting and everything, which is a benefit of getting Markdown as a response from the API. So the given code is a simple function that returns the quotient of two numbers by using the floor division operator, // Here's a few suggestions to improve the code. Add type hints. So then here it shows using int for both of those parameters, and then saying here with the little arrow int that the function is going to return an int data type. Add error handling for division by 0. So then it does some additional checking here and raises a specific error based on whether or not there's division by 0, which of course is not allowed in Python. Consider using floating point division. The current implementation uses floor division, which returns the largest integer less than or equal to the quotient. If you want to get a floating point quotient instead, you can use regular division by replacing the / with a single /. And so it builds on the previous suggestion, but this time it changes it from the / to the single /. And then it ends by saying these suggestions will make the code more robust, readable, and flexible for different use cases. That's awesome. So we essentially passed in a separate file. We read it using the open method with Python. We assigned the contents of that file to a variable. We passed that in with our user role content inside of that user role object, or inside of that message object in our messages list right after the system role. And the response that we got back was this really elaborate and thorough code review of our code.py file. So you can see here, now that you have this in your arsenal, you can do all kinds of really cool things where you can just take any type of text or document. You can tell GPT 3.5 Turbo what it's going to be as the system role, and then you can pipe in all of that textual content and have it give you some type of output. It doesn't have to be code review. It's really anything that you can imagine. So I would definitely jump into this if I were you and take some time to experiment with it and see what kind of cool stuff you can come up with. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for spending your time with us here on the New Boston. We can't wait to see you in the next video. Until next time, peace.